YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with updated NFL rookie rankings heading into week 15. We update these every few weeks. We get the rookies a chance to add play, add production to their game, and we see these change quite a bit when we come back to them. A few weeks away from the end of the season, so in the last week, we'll have our final rankings. We'll have our award picks and everything. If you're new, we got full coverage every week. Weekly power rankings, predictions for each game, score predictions, a lot more going on here. Even in the offseason, free agency, NFL draft coverage. So please subscribe. You much appreciated. Must follow is that Twitter. You got to follow that Twitter. Constant NFL talk, updates on the channel, talking during live games. Link down below for that. Description and comments, as well as the Instagram, podcast, Patreon, and that Sided app. We're partnered with them. You debate football just like you do in the comments. You earn points, and then you can win Amazon gift cards. Pretty cool. We have a page on there with debates already posted. Give us a follow. Check it out. And then our Patreon has a bunch of bonus content every single week. My bets of the week for NFL and college football did very well in week 14 on those. Playoff predictions updated every week. Junior score predictions. A lot going on there. A lot of you showing your support. Appreciate you very much. Rookie rankings heading into week 15. CeeDee Lamb finds himself. I mean, if you make the top 15, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, how many rookies are balling right now? Rookies make an impact day one in today's era. So CeeDee Lamb in the top 15, but he's moved down 9 spots since the last time we've seen him. It's not really a surprise, though. The production has gone down every step of the way, pretty much. Had his games here and there, but since Dak Prescott came out, it's really a shame because the first week we did these rookie rankings, he was number one. You know, I was very high on CeeDee Lamb, still am, obviously. Very high on him out of Oklahoma, and very high on him with Dak Prescott. So it's kind of a shame because I think he could have won Rookie of the Year if Dak Prescott never got hurt, but still a very talented dude, and he finds himself number 15. And for the most part, when these guys, go down, it's really not ever their fault. It's just other guys are just having more production, playing better football at the moment. 14, Chase Claypool kind of in the same boat. I kind of blame the Steelers for this one, though. They're just not getting him the ball enough. They're insisting on Deontay Johnson, and he's dropping the ball. They're kind of starting to shy away from that. Claypool is to me, Juju's going to be known as their best receiver, but Claypool is their most well-rounded receiver. Maybe he can do a better job getting a little more separation, so he's more open for Big Ben, but they just got to get him more involved because when they do involve him, he goes off. So Claypool was number 5 last time around. In the last 3 weeks, his production has really gone down. His playing time, for some reason, isn't where it should be. So hopefully I can go back up because very talented dude and has made some big-time plays during his rookie year, and that's why he's in the top 15. 13, Antonio Gibson. It's an interesting one because the last time he was 14, obviously. He's up one spot. And then right after we did those rookie rankings, he plays the Cowboys, and he goes wild. He goes off. So he's trending way upward, way more than just one. And then the Steelers game, he gets hurt, and then he doesn't play the 49ers game. So those 2 games are tough, but he still had that big-time Cowboys game, and he definitely displayed his talents and showed, why I was very high on him the whole process out of Memphis. And he's total package type of running back in today's game. So we saw that. It's just tough because if he would have played fully, not got hurt, if he didn't get hurt the last 2 games, I think he'd be ranked way higher than 13. So that's why it's tough. Next at number 12, A.J. Tyrell, a new one on the season. He's taken over that top cornerback spot for the rookies. He's been playing lights out. And what's impressive to me is his physicality. He's added so much to his game. He's coming up and hitting people one-on-one, not afraid to, making these one-on-one tackles. He's everywhere in the tackle department. That's kind of where you didn't really expect him to be great, already. He looks like one of the better tackling corners in football right now. And not that he couldn't tackle or anything at Clemson. It's just, I don't know. It's just crazy how physical he is and how much involved he wants to be. He just wants it right now. And he's making plays through the air. He's mainly a lockdown guy through the air. So, he's been extremely impressive and a big reason the Falcons defense has been getting much better. So, he not only makes the list for the first time, he's up to number 12. So he's been balling there. And then number 11, we got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, he's fell down quite a bit. Sometimes it's, the Chiefs really not involving him enough. And I thought he would do a little more damage, against the Miami Dolphins there, and he couldn't really get things going. So, it's more of other guys being used more and then playing better football, getting more production. So he's going to find himself falling down the board a little bit here heading into week 15. 10, Michael Onwenu. Kind of a rare just standstill here at number 10. He's been fantastic for the Patriots. Their offensive line doesn't seem as good as it was earlier in the year, but he doesn't seem to be a problem there. They're a pretty good running team, and that's a big reason why the young rookie there creating those holes for Damian Harris and company there, quite a few guys. Number 9, Jonathan Taylor was not ranked last time. We've seen him ranked here and there throughout the season. But then last time he was not ranked because they were starting to use him less and less again. We kind of saw that back and forth during the year. And they kind of went cold on him ever since the Ravens game for a few weeks. And then since the last time, they started going back to him. They've been playing teams that he kind of fits the game plan, and he's really been going off. The most recent game against the Raiders went wild, showing the great combination of speed and strength, power as well. So super impressive. He's up to number 9, 2 Colts in a row. Julian Blackmon, no movement for him. He's been a very solid free safety for the Colts there, taking over Malik Hooker role. He's been impressive. A lot of upside, too, because he's a former corner turned safety, and he's been a playmaker back there in that stout Colts defense. So he remains at 8, 2 Colts in a row, looking pretty good. 7, Jeremy Chin up a whopping 8 spots. Last few weeks he's been making a crazy amount of plays that should put the team in the position to win the game. Unfortunately, they have not been able to win those games. But, I think if they would have pulled off the Vikings game like they should have, even the Broncos game maybe, I think it would be if they won, we'd be saying after the fact that Jeremy Chin really won the game for them. Unfortunately, they kind of blew the game, so that's not the kind of the takeaway, even though he's had big time games. But earlier in the year, I was a little lower on him than most, even though I think everyone was pretty high on him. Around the top 15, because he was making plays. He's a big factor for that defense because he's playing everywhere, linebacker, safety, pretty much everywhere. But he was leading the rookies in missed tackles at one point, so that's why maybe I was a little lower on him. But lately he's been cleaning that up a little bit, and he's making even more plays, so that's going to help him shoot up to number 7. Definitely a strong candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. So he's up 8 spots, continues to make plays. Huge piece of that Panthers defense will be for a long time. 6, James Robinson takes over the top running back spot for the rookies, up 5 spots. And what's crazy is there's 1,000-yard rushers in the NFL. They are Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook, and James Robinson. So that's pretty great company that he's with right there. So that looks pretty good on the resume there for this season, for his rookie season. Crazy that he's an undrafted guy, too. The Jaguars teams really aren't fearing, I was going to say, the downfield passing game, but they might not be fearing the passing game in general. They know the key is to stop the run, and James Robinson is still a 1K rusher. I mean, that's pretty wild to think about. So that's kind of growing on me. That's building on me. Up 5 spots to number 6. If the Jaguars were a little better and more than one win, that would probably help his cause even more. So he's had a ridiculous season. I mean, just think about who he's with up there. Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook. I mean, it's insane. 5, Antoine Winfield Jr. is back on the rise. He was pretty close around here, even higher in the past. The last time he did the rankings, he would move down quite a bit because other guys playing well, and he was playing maybe a little better earlier in the year, but now he's kind of back on track. Flying around the field, playing multiple different positions. I mean, both safety positions, slot corner, almost like a box linebacker, making big-time plays, fresh off the Vikings game where he had a fantastic ball game there. So he's another strong candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Him and Jeremy Chin pretty much in the same boat. Chin might be making a little more plays. I think Winfield's a little more consistent with the routine plays. And he's had a crazy season as a rookie as well. But those two safeties, hybrid safeties, not technically just safeties, big-time rookies, big-time players in the NFL. 4, another Bucs player, 2 in a row. We see 2 Colts players in a row, 2 Bucs players in a row. Tristan Wirfs been around these parts for some time. He actually was number 1 on the list at one point earlier in the year. He stays at 4. I mean, this is a strong part of the Buccaneers' offensive line. He's the strongest tackle on the team, keeping Brady protected at a dominant game last week. The pass protection. We knew he was going to come in and help the run blocking, and Ronald Jones is having a much better season than expected because of guys like Tristan Wirfs. But the pass protection in his first year, we thought it could use a little work, even though we were confident about it. It's been extremely impressive. So he's a big piece of keeping Brady protected there. on the right side of the line. So he's at number 4, top 3. Herbert was number 1 last time we made the rookie rankings. He's down 2 spots. Has slowed down a little bit. Team's figuring out how to game plan for him. Not the best game against the Patriots. The Falcons game, not the best game either. It wasn't bad, but then the last drive really helped him. It was a big-time last drive. He also had a touchdown pass to Keenan Allen earlier in that game that was just ridiculous. Not too many NFL quarterbacks, veteran NFL quarterbacks, make that throw. So solid game still, but maybe not as crazy as where he was, because I think teams are starting to game plan for him, but we see the potential he has, and he's still at the top here, top 3. Just mainly 2 guys just outplaying him right now and deserving of being the top 2. Chase Young up 7 spots. I said I think every week that Chase Young wasn't, I think Winfield was ahead of him most of the time. I think Blackman was ahead of him. Jeremy Chin here and there ahead of him. Defensive players like that. And we kept saying that we know Chase Young will climb back up. We know it, and he's doing that. He's playing the best ball right now that he's had in his rookie year, last several weeks. He was starting to rise up last time we made the last power rankings as well. But, fresh off these last couple of games, getting constant pressure. He's not getting insane amount of sacks, not getting like several sacks a game, but he doesn't really need to because he's getting that pressure, making those impact sacks, impact plays. But I think what goes unnoticed is his run defense play. Like he is dominant run defender, like a dominant one, not for rookies, for the NFL. It's insane. Extremely instinctive, dropping in coverage, everything. I just love the way he's playing right now. Even had a touchdown in the Niners game, which I value the other things a little more. Somebody else created that. He had to happen to be in the right spot, right time, which is worth something. In score, it's worth something. I'm just more a fan of, making that huge run stop on 4th and goal, getting that sack on 3rd down, 4th down, whatever it is. So those will be more valuable to me, as they should to everybody. But, he's up 7 spots, number 2, leading the way for Defensive Rookie of the Year, but it's a tight battle between him, Antoine Winfield, Jeremy Chin. I'd say mainly those guys right now, but Julian Blackman not too far off, obviously, is at number 8. Number 1, I think it's pretty clear-cut right now. Justin Jefferson was at 2 last time. He moved up to number 1. The production he's had, historic numbers for a rookie receiver. It's been ridiculous, too, on a run-first team as well. A team that wants to run the ball first and manage the clock, which gives limited chances to the receivers, but they've been getting the receivers more involved, and he's a big piece of it. But if you actually watch the game, the footwork is just ridiculous. Like he's already one of the top tier route runners because of his footwork in the NFL. And you see the speed is fantastic. The hands are fantastic as well. Run after catch is great. You look at the guy and you think, kind of looks like a stick. You hit him, he's going to go down. It's not the case. He's breaking tackles pretty much every time he catches it, trying to fight for extra yards. Total package, dude. I'm just, mind blown that, we knew he was good, and we knew he was a safe guy because you can play him anywhere. And it was pretty obvious he's a guy that gets open, understands zone coverages, so that's why everyone was high on him. But just what he's able to do and looks like a polished veteran has just been ridiculous. So Justin Jefferson, I think, in pretty much everyone's books, going to be number 1. Chase Young probably taking that 1 spot for defenders. Then we see that we got a bunch of guys that are next guys up. Jaylen Johnson, arguably the best rookie corner. I think he has been for most the year. A.J. Tyrell, I am very impressed with A.J. Tyrell, so he's kind of taking that spot. Jedrick Wills has been an absolute beast, a key piece of that Browns offense line really coming together and being one of the best units in football. T. Higgins has been fantastic this rookie year, better than expected for some. Production's going down a little bit because of no Joe Burrow. Kind of obvious. Mekhi Becton's been good for the Jets, mainly a stud run blocker, but pass protection's been a little better than expected. Patrick Queen was the guy that was a little better earlier in the year, but he makes some big plays here and there. And Cam Akers, I didn't really consider adding Cam Akers to the top 15 because he doesn't have enough play under his belt yet, so that's really not fair. But he's coming. He's coming. The last couple weeks, insane production. They're kind of they were kind of easing him into it. Now he's the guy. He's running. The way he's running could be, I don't want to take anything away from the other guys, but he's running like he's the best rookie running back. 170 yards rushing against a pretty solid Patriots defense there, obviously. He's coming. He's coming. He definitely needs, you wish there was more under his belt, more games, more reps under his belt to actually talk about him where we think he is talent-wise. But the talent's there. And again, watch out for that guy making the list, maybe by the end of the year. But it's tough because all these guys have almost a full year. But really, I mean, Chase Young missed like 75% of a game. Then he missed the next game after, and that kind of slowed him up a little bit. Herbert didn't start right away. Justin Jefferson didn't start for till week 3. They barely played him in the first 2 weeks. What else? The Jaguars weren't really sure about who their running back was. He ended up being the guy. Julian Blackmon didn't start right away because of Hooker. And Jonathan Taylor's missed some time because they liked, and I understand that they like this running back for this game plan. This one, it makes a lot of sense. The Chiefs rarely run the ball, so that kind of hurts Edwards-Helaire. But yeah, these rookies are good. Is my point. They don't even need like full reps to make their name known, to make their impact in the game. So rookies can impact today's NFL like never before. So that's why people kind of going into the year, I rank rookies in predicting rankings, how players would play, and people kind of get confused. But today's NFL is different. These rookies are good. They're talented. They make an impact. We see that. So excited for the next time we do this here. We'll probably do it in week 17, and then we'll have our awards, our final picks at the end of the year for all the different types of awards and more. We usually make up some as well. We got full predictions here every single week, even in the offseason. So smash that like button, subscribe. Turn notifications on so you don't miss a thing. You're going to want to follow that Twitter. Gave away a $5 Amazon gift card on Twitter during Thursday night's game. More of that coming, I hope. So that'll be good to follow that. But that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Goodbye.